Hey, beautiful people. Today's story is about the lanterns of Chandrapur. Long ago, in a sleepy village named Chandrapur, tucked between green hills and golden rice fields, life moved slowly, like the gentle breeze that rustled the banyan tree at the village square. Every evening, after the sun painted the skies orange and pink, the village would come alive in its own quiet way. In those days, Mira, a bright-eyed girl of 11, would wait for her favorite part of the day, the lighting of the lanterns. Back then, there was no electricity in Chandrapur. The narrow lanes would grow dark at night, so every house would light up a small lantern at their doorstep. And every evening, just before dusk, Mira would help her grandmother Amaji polish the glass of their lantern with an old rag until it glowed as if it held a tiny sun inside. Mira loved this ritual. The faint scent of kerosene, the clink of glass and metal, and most of all, Amaji's stories of olden days. Stories of harvest festivals when the entire village danced under the full moon, of sacred rivers that whispered songs if you listened closely, and of forest fairies that left tiny footprints in the morning dew. One evening, Amaji took her lantern and whispered to Mira, "Come, child. Let's do something special tonight." Curious, Mira followed her to the edge of the village where a narrow path led up a small hill. They walked slowly as crickets began to sing and the first stars began to twinkle. When they reached the top, Mira gasped. From there, she could see the entire village. Every home glowed with its lantern like a tiny firefly, and the hills beyond looked like waves of silver under the rising moon. Amaji held the lantern high and whispered, "Each light is a story, Mira. Stories of love, laughter, hardship, and hope. Together they make Chandrapur alive and beautiful. Never forget that light is most beautiful in the dark." Mira felt a warmth grow in her heart that evening, one she'd carry forever. And though years passed and electricity eventually reached Chandrapur, Mira never forgot the gentle light of the lanterns. Even as an adult, when she visited home, she would light a lantern and stand outside, listening to the crickets and the quiet, knowing that the spirit of those olden days still glowed bright, in the hills, in the breeze, and most of all, in her memories. Would you like to listen many stories like this of olden days? Now just hit on the subscribe button.